You've been told your entire life that the key to making friends is being polite. You're supposed to be agreeable. You're told to avoid controversy at all costs. Just smile, nod, and keep things perfectly pleasant. But here's the uncomfortable truth about American social dynamics. Being universally palatable is exactly why you're lonely in your 30s. Let that sink in for a second. When you bend over backwards trying to be a fit for absolutely everyone, you become completely forgettable to anyone. You end up stuck in a perpetual loop of small talk. You're trapped in polite acquaintance purgatory. Today, we're breaking down a brilliant behavioral psychology technique called the mildly polarizing opinion. I'm going to give you the exact, word-for-word, social scripts you need. These scripts will help you completely skip that agonizing "what do you do for work" phase. They'll instantly filter for people who actually want to be your real friend. And stick around until the absolute end of this video. The final script I'm going to share is the absolute fastest way to do something impossible. It turns a random 5-minute banter session into a locked-in weekend plan. The best part is you'll never feel like you're begging for their time. Let's talk about what it's actually like trying to make friends in your 30s right now. It's utterly exhausting. You're juggling a demanding career. You might be navigating a relationship or trying to raise kids. You have a draining commute. Your social battery is chronically flashing red by the time Thursday rolls around. We live in an incredibly high boundary culture here in the US. Everyone has their guard up. We respect personal space almost to a fault. Because of that, we're absolutely terrified of imposing on somebody else's busy schedule. We're terrified of being rejected or seen as weird. So, what do? We play it safe. We lean on the exact same tired scripts. We talk about the weather. We complain about traffic on the interstate. We keep the conversation so frictionless that it simply slides right off the other person's brain. But here's where the psychology comes in to save you. There's a fascinating concept in behavioral science called the liking gap. Researchers have studied what happens when two strangers have a conversation. The data proves something incredible. People consistently underestimate how much the other person liked them. After a first conversation, we usually walk away thinking we sounded awkward or boring. We replay every tiny mistake in our heads. Meanwhile, the other person actually enjoyed our company. They probably want to talk to us again. Your brain is essentially lying to you. It's protecting you from the perceived threat of rejection. It does this by making you hypercritical of your own social performance. This directly ties into your adult attachment style. If you lean toward an anxious attachment style, you'll cling to those safe, polite scripts like a life raft. Your subconscious believes that if you show any edge, people will abandon you. You think polite equals safe. But a secure attachment style allows you to introduce a tiny bit of social friction. Securely attached people trust that their actual personality won't drive the right people away. They know that a little bit of playful pushback is what actually builds a genuine connection. You have to stop treating every new interaction like a corporate job interview. You aren't trying to get hired by human resources. You're trying to find someone to grab a beer with. You want someone to text ridiculous memes to on a Tuesday afternoon. To do that, you have to risk being just a little bit polarizing. Let's define what a mildly polarizing opinion actually is. I need to be crystal clear right now. I am absolutely not telling you to bring up politics. Do not bring up religion. Please do not trauma dump on a random acquaintance. That is not mildly polarizing. That is just socially terrifying. A mildly polarizing opinion is a firm, highly opinionated stance on something completely mundane. We are talking about food takes. We are talking about pop culture. We are talking about those minor, universally relatable daily inconveniences. It is a completely safe topic, but it has a tiny bit of sharp edge. Think about the last time you were trapped in a polite conversation. Did you end up talking about the weather? It literally makes your brain flatline. You hear yourself saying things like, "Wow, it really cooled down this weekend." Inside, a little part of your soul is just slowly dying. We do this because it feels incredibly safe. But safe is also incredibly boring. Safe does not make someone want to invite you over for a barbecue. Let's look at a real-world example. Imagine you are standing in line at a trendy neighborhood cafe. Your polite, anxious brain tells you to say something harmless. You look at the person next to you. You say something like, "Nice place, huh?" Or maybe you say, "Wow, it is really busy today." The other person will nod politely. They will say, "Yeah, it really is." And then the conversation will immediately die. You are right back to staring awkwardly at your phone. Now, let's completely flip the script. We are going to use the mildly polarizing pivot. You are in that exact same line. You turn to the person next to you. You deliver this exact script. "I know everyone in this neighborhood is absolutely obsessed with this place, but I am convinced their matcha tastes exactly like lawn clippings. Please tell me you know a slightly better spot around here." Let's break down exactly why this works so beautifully. First, let's talk about your tone of voice. You are not angry. You are not writing a negative Yelp review out loud. You are speaking with a slight smirk. Your tone is completely playful and conspiratorial. This instantly lowers their social defenses. You just shattered the invisible wall that keeps strangers apart. In American culture, we default to being relentlessly polite in public spaces. By playfully attacking a beloved local coffee shop, you jolt them awake. You are forcing them completely off autopilot. You are giving them a really fun choice. They can either laugh and passionately defend the cafe, that sparks a fun, energetic debate, or they can lean in, lower their voice, and completely agree with you. They might say, "Oh my gosh, thank you, it really is terrible." Either way, you have instantly shifted the entire dynamic. You are no longer two random strangers waiting for caffeine. You are now co-conspirators sharing a secret inside joke. You just successfully bypassed 3 weeks of agonizing small talk in about 15 seconds. Let's dig into the psychology of why that coffee shop script works so incredibly well. It taps into a behavioral concept called shared friction. Human beings are biologically wired for tribalism. We actually bond the fastest when we have a common enemy. In our modern adult lives, we obviously don't have saber-toothed tigers to fight off together. So, we have to create low-stakes enemies instead. When you and another person agree on a minor annoyance, it creates instant magic. It forms an in-group and an out-group. You are suddenly building an us versus the world micro-alliance. That low-stakes enemy could be a terrible commute layout. It could be an incredibly annoying software update at your office. It's safe, but it bonds you instantly. I want you to test this theory right now. What is your absolutely safest, most mildly polarizing opinion? Think about things like saying pineapple belongs on pizza. Or maybe you genuinely think the Beatles are completely overrated? Drop your best one in the comments below right now. Watch exactly what happens. You're going to see who you accidentally bond with. Look for your people in the replies. Now let's apply this directly to the workplace. Office friendships are incredibly tricky in American culture. We have strict HR boundaries and forced professionalism keeping everyone at arm's length. Monday morning rolls around. You walk into the break room, or you log onto a Zoom call. The polite, anxious script kicks in automatically. You ask, "How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun?" We all know exactly how that interaction ends. They give you a totally dead-end response. They say, "It was good. I just relaxed." The conversation hits a solid brick wall. You learned nothing about them. You have to stop asking people if they had fun. Most American 30-somethings didn't have fun. We did chores. We ran a million errands. We just tried to recover from our baseline exhaustion. Instead, you need to use this exact script. "I spent my entire Sunday trying to assemble an IKEA dresser. I'm pretty sure it's just modern psychological warfare. What is the absolutely most frustrating, mundane thing you had to do this weekend?" Look at the underlying brilliance of that conversational pivot. You are completely validating their exhaustion. You're giving them a free pass to drop that polished, professional facade. You've introduced a universally relatable piece of shared friction. Everyone hates building flat-pack furniture. It is basically a shared cultural trauma. By volunteering your own minor struggle first, you are showing vulnerability. But it's highly calibrated, low-stakes vulnerability. It doesn't trigger their emotional boundaries or make them uncomfortable. Your body language here is absolutely crucial. You want to lean back slightly, give an exasperated little sigh. Make sure you smile while you complain. You are signaling to them that you are venting for comedic effect. You aren't actually asking them to step in and fix your life. You are just inviting them to complain with you. You're giving them permission to be a real, tired human being. That is how you turn a coworker into a friend. Once you drop that mildly polarizing opinion, you absolutely have to read the room. You just tossed the ball into their court. Now you need to carefully watch how they hit it back. If they give you a flat, monotone response, just gracefully back off. If they suddenly get defensive, they just aren't a match for you. That is perfectly fine. But if they laugh, you are in. If they match your playful energy or argue back, the door is wide open. Imagine a giant mental scorecard tallying up points right in front of you. You are actively scanning their body language for green flags. Are they making strong, sustained eye contact? Are they physically leaning in toward you while they talk? Are they chuckling or smiling? Those are massive green flags. On the flip side, watch for the red flags. If they physically step back, if they immediately look down at their phone, if they nervously check their smartwatch, those are bright red flags. Abort the mission and just politely excuse yourself. Let's assume you get all green flags. You have great banter going. How do you actually escalate this to hanging out? You use the Banter-To-Hangout Bridge. Let's say you've been playfully arguing about pop culture. You deliver this exact script. Okay, since your taste in movies is clearly highly questionable, I feel obligated to show you an actually good movie. A few of us are doing a terrible movie night this Friday. You should come defend your awful opinions. Let's break down why this specific bridge is so incredibly effective. It completely removes the heavy pressure of a formal friend date. Asking an adult to go grab coffee one-on-one feels intense. It feels almost exactly like a romantic first date. It triggers all of those awkward, high-pressure social anxieties we talked about earlier. But this script does something brilliant. It cloaks the actual invitation in your ongoing playful banter. It completely bypasses their automatic rejection reflex. You aren't asking them to commit to an intense, 2-hour emotional interview. You are just inviting them to continue the exact same fun conversation. Plus, mentioning that a few of us are doing this lowers the stakes even further. It diffuses the one-on-one pressure. It taps into their competitive spirit just a little bit. By telling them to come defend their awful opinions, you are issuing a playful challenge. It makes saying yes feel fun, low stakes, and incredibly natural. Here's the absolute ultimate secret to making this entire strategy work. You have to fully embrace the filter. You must finally be willing to not be for everyone. Let's say you use one of these mildly polarizing scripts. The person gives you a weird look and walks away. Your anxious brain will immediately tell you that you failed. But that is actually a massive social success. You just successfully filtered out a completely bad match. You saved yourself months of exhausting, surface-level small talk. We're absolutely terrified of rejection in American culture. We think a polite brush-off means we're fundamentally flawed. But in adult friendships, rejection isn't a failure at all. Rejection is simply an incredible efficiency tool. It actively protects your heavily drained social battery. You only have so much free time outside of your job. You can't afford to waste it on lukewarm acquaintances. When you stop trying to please everybody, you create real space. You make room for your actual people to finally find you. You become a magnet for friends who match your weird energy. If you're truly ready to stop being universally palatable, listen closely. If you're completely exhausted by small talk, it's time to change. If you want to find your real people, hit subscribe right now. I release new, realistic social scripts every single week. I'm here to help you crack the code on adult friendships. You don't have to be lonely in your 30s. You just need a significantly better social script. I'll see you in the next one.